Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Okay, my name is Nur Azri Nasrullah and with my friends Syam Zian Jun are going to present about the lesson plan which we focus on the writing skills of the primary school. Okay, so uh, here, here is the lesson plan. So the lesson will be focused on year 4 students and it revolves around the theme world of self, families and friends, which the title of in the past. So the lesson that we are going to focus to these students are writing skills and with the add-ons of the reading skill as the complementary skill. And next, the level of the lesson is intermediate, so it is balancing the difficulty of the lesson between the low performance students and the high performance students. Okay, next, the content standard is the communicate basic information intelligibly for a range of purposes in print and digital media. And the complementary skill is to understand a variety of linear and non-linear print and digital text by using appropriate reading strategies. Next, for the learning standard, the main skill is connect sentences into a coherent paragraph using basic coordinating conjunctions and reference pronouns. And the complementary skill is to understand specific information and details of simple text of one or two paragraph. So the learning objective in this lesson is the pupils will be able to read and find out the activities done correctly. And second, write an email to describe a trip. So okay, moving on to the lesson. So the first stage is set in action. So and what are we as a teachers are going to do with the pupils is first, teachers carries out the activity of greetings. So this activity needs the pupils to be paired up in groups and take turns by greeting one another. Okay, it is to generate people's interest towards the lesson and to give ideas and direct people to the topic. So pupils, so as in the PDPR lesson, so pupils will be pairing up by calling up their names and they will be greet each other by opening up the mics and the camera. Okay, next.
Hi everyone, my name is Jay. Basically, from the introduction just now, we're going to have a writing lesson for this lesson plan. So, as I'm going to teach a writing skill, I would be teaching how to write an email. So, in terms of email, it's not just about creating sentences, but it's also trying to write in the correct format. Okay, so to write a correct email, first thing we need to let the children know, sorry, let the students know is how to of the format. Okay, so I'm choosing PowerPoint presentation for the presentation because I need to add a few interactive visuals so that students can understand the format of writing an email. Okay, let's start here. All right, I'm using this very interactive, I think quite interactive transitions so that students can understand. So as I show them the formats of the email, okay, I need to show them what to write. Okay, the reason I'm of increasing the font of the PowerPoint presentation is to ensure that all students, including those that might have maybe eyesight problems, okay, they can see this clearly. Okay, my font would be using Comic Sans because it's the A is correct. Okay, not like other A's which are a bit weird. And my font would be at 100 or above. But because I need to write quite a few things here, I will reduce this to about 90, but at least 90, because if anything is that is below 90, the students will have a hard time to uh, read my materials. Okay, so first thing, I need to let the students know, okay, what to write first. Hi, how are you? Greetings. Okay, I'm showing them an example, okay, so that when they are writing their own email, they can follow this example, okay, and they can just write their own email, okay. These are the few examples that I would show them, okay. And also I would add those visuals here, okay, to enhance their how to say, attribution to the email, so that they would know that, oh, by writing email, I will be writing about stuff at school, or I will be writing from the school, so that they'll feel some attribution, and they will feel the interactiveness when they try to write their email by referring back to the presentation. All right. So next is all the animations of the of the titles. Okay. So the first thing, why do I need to use this animation? Okay. I'm using this animation because I want the students. This is a revision, okay, for the students. Okay, so first I will ask them, okay, what is the first process, first step of the process of writing an email? Okay, so students will guess. Okay, first step, what is it? Is it saying goodbye? Of course not. Okay, is it saying hi? Meaning it's greetings. Okay, yes. Okay, it's greet your friend. Okay, and so on. Number two, talk about what happened, what you feel. Number three, say goodbye and thank your friends. Okay, so that's why I'm choosing to use these to let them know about the format of writing email. Okay, so that's all for my presentation part of the materials. Okay, I will let Azri take from here for the practice part.
Next, for the practice stage, teacher will conduct the activity with the pupils with the title of "What did Kevin do on his trip?" So, before we conduct the activity to the pupils, we will send the soft copy of the worksheet first to each of the pupils via Google Classroom. And as we can see here, this is the worksheet of this activity. Okay. Second, teacher will discuss the answer with people after they have finished their work. So pupils will need to open up their workbook and use this worksheet, this soft copy to complete their worksheet with the guidance of the teacher. Okay. This is to assess their reading skills and to ensure that the students are able to understand the selected article.
Okay, as for the production, okay, I would produce these worksheets for my students during the PTPR, and this is the worksheet that they have to actually write an email based on the trip. Okay, so actually these worksheets are not just worksheets provided here. They would be provided on the Google Classroom, and every student would have their own worksheet. Okay, so when they done it and they gave it back, hand it back by using the Google Classroom, okay, they will be fulfilling their writing skills as they write according to the format that I taught just now. As for weaker students, I've also provided another worksheet. Okay, there's a problem with the file, but I have to do my presentation here. So basically, it's the same. I will just describe it here. Okay, basically, it's the same worksheet, just that I would prepare some pre-written sentences over here. For example, I would write dear blah blah blah. Okay, that they would write their friend's name. Okay, hi, I'm doing well in what place. Okay, they would have to write in that themselves. Okay, it's basically like fill in the blanks. Okay, so I will continue to say how, and they will fill in themselves. Okay, because this is one of the basic skills they will need to know from the learning of email production. Okay, how, what, how are you, how are you doing, how am I. Okay, so they will need to know about that. Okay, so they will need to fill in. It's basically like we are helping them, we are giving them a platform to slowly take it from there and just learn part step by step. Okay, so it's about the trips. Okay, so what are we going to write next? Okay, so this is for the weaker students. As for the high proficiency students, okay, I would give them just this. Okay, subject. I will give them the subject. They would need to write the email themselves. Okay, so this is all. Okay, the reason I'm using a typical Google email Gmail format, okay, is because I want to let the students know, okay, this is what the email would be like when you actually go online to send an email. Okay, okay, so that's all for the production, and I hope that it is interactive enough, and it's one of my designs during the last practicum, and it's received quite number of praises and criticisms as well from my mentor and lecturer. So I hope you would give me your precious advice or any knowledge that you would have. Okay, so I'll give it up next to the last part of the material, which is the set induction. I'll give it on to Azri.
Lastly, for the closure stage, teachers will conduct the activity with the pupils, which is called mail it. So, the first step of this activity is teacher ask the pupils to save their emails, and they need to send their emails to the teachers, which will be added as the mailman um, before sending the email back to their friends. And lastly, teacher will revise the topic of the day. So the aim of this activity is to revise what they have been learned and to reinforce their learning. So for this online mode, after the pupils have saved their email, they can uh, insert the receiver's name in their email, which helps the teacher, which act as the mailman, to send their emails to the respective receiver. Okay, so that's all for our lesson plan for this lesson. So it will be a great help from each of you to add up any ideas or suggestions on the comment below. Thank you.